We're live. What's going on, guys? It's been a while since I did a solo live stream, and I'm going to give you guys a minute to join the chat. We're going to talk about why should anybody care about PulseChain? Why should you still be holding it? Why am I still holding it? And a lot of other coins in the ecosystem. HEX, PulseX, obviously. INC token, maybe a few little meme coins here and there. But really my core bags for the bull market. My core position is mostly in PulseChain and the core coins, the blue chips. HEX, PulseX, INC. We'll talk about why. Why bother holding? Especially if you're new, a lot of people are probably asking themselves, why hold this stuff in the first place? Oh, it's so down when everything else is already pumping. We're still kind of early in the cycle, guys. We're still early. Bitcoin is pumped, of course. Bitcoin had the ETF. Ethereum ETFs got approved, and I really believe that after the Ethereum ETFs are approved, that the new wealth effect that's going to be created by billions of dollars flowing into Ethereum, which is a less liquid asset, by the way, is going to overflow into other popular L1s. And if you guys haven't been paying attention, the most popular socially, by social metrics and by a lot of on-chain metrics, the fastest growing layer 1 blockchain in the whole space right now, organically, that is, organic and grassroots, is PulseChain. Okay, you've got Solana, which is VC funded. We're not like that. You've got Base and all these layer 2s. We're not like those. We're better. I'll tell you why. Because we're actually decentralized. There's no single off switch. There's no guy that can censor transactions or shut everybody off or go down, you know. So PulseChain's the place to be. It's real crypto, real decentralized finance. And there's some big updates lately in the ecosystem as well. We're going to talk all about it. Let me just say what's up to the chat. Make sure we got some mods in there. Red Squirrel holding it down as always. Crypto explained. Let me give you a mod, sir. How do you guys like the lighting today? It's a new setup, so a little janky on the lighting, but you know what? We are going to make it work. Let's see. Crypto explained. You have been given a wrench. Managing moderator. Just because everybody needs to go like and subscribe to Crypto explained. Everybody needs to. Everybody needs to go. He's making great content, great YouTube videos for just tutorials because there's so many different protocols and projects. So if you're new to PulseChain, I know it can be overwhelming. Like, where do you start? Where do you start when you've got all these ecosystem coins, all these meme coins? I'll tell you the hot meme coins and all that stuff. There's like different sects, different sectors of meme coins run by different founders. But meme coins are only really a part of the whole greater ecosystem. You've got DeFi protocols that can make you yield. All kinds of yield farms, HEX staking, which everyone seems to forget about. But if you're going to buy something long-term, multi-year, if you're going to believe in something for a multi-year hold, HEX is the one. Okay, HEX is not your one-night stand. It's not your pump and dump, one cycle and then I'm out, which is how a lot of people treat crypto, right? They don't realize that it's literally here to stay for your entire life. So when it comes to crypto, right, it's not always even the best technology that wins. It's what lasts. It's what stands the test of time. So you've got PulseChain, okay, you've got PulseX, and you've got HEX. At the end of the day, these iterate on existing things that we know work. Bitcoin stores value, HEX stores value, but it's isolated, modular, no off switch, separated from the network, and it pays stakers in trustless yield. Imagine getting paid in more Bitcoin to hold Bitcoin without having to give it away to a third party. So that's HEX, okay? HEX is a superior iteration of Bitcoin. Now you got Ethereum, right? Ethereum smart contracts, digital oil, digital, the digital city where everyone can build in it. Kind of the railroad, right, that all the tracks connect to. PulseChain is a better Ethereum. Why? Because it's cheaper and faster. Ethereum is pricing out new users. Costs $10, $20 to do anything. Gas fees are very, very high. They're only going to get higher when the network is more popular, when the fees clog it up. PulseChain makes it cheaper and faster. It's also the world's largest airdrop. It's also newer. It's also got a lot more liquidity for coins like HEX and PulseX and all the meme coins and all the DeFi. You've got more liquidity over there, different DEXs, different DEX aggregators, better tools. So, follow along here. HEX better Bitcoin, PulseChain better Ethereum, PulseX better Uniswap. And we know Uniswap was very successful because it's decentralized trading, decentralized exchange. And we know it's successful, but we could do better because what Uniswap never did is they never enabled this fee switch to make sure that the trading fees get routed to anything useful. So right now, the trading fees in Uniswap, believe it or not, it all goes to the pockets of Uniswap Labs. They didn't even enable the trading fee. They slapped on an extra 0.15% fee on top of the existing fee option that they did not enable. And it's going right to the company. By the way, a centralized company, people need to realize this and get out of the paradigm of thinking about companies in crypto, because real cryptocurrency has no company behind it. Just like PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX, they have no company, no middleman, no managers, no CEO, okay? You got the founder, his name is Richard Hart, but he's not the CEO, okay? It's like a guy made some software and then he just dropped it into the world, and now it's just there. And it's open source, it's permissionless. Anyone can build on top of it, anyone can use it. It's like Bitcoin, right? Who's the CEO of Bitcoin? It's like, oh, Satoshi Nakamoto. No, it's not. Satoshi Nakamoto is the founder of Bitcoin, right? So new people don't understand this paradigm where we're not even talking about companies. Yes, there are companies adjacent to crypto, right? There are companies in the crypto space, but real cryptocurrency should have no centralized owner, and not economic centralization, but no owner that can say, hey, I can push a button and turn the whole thing off. So you're not going to find that in pretty much any of the projects in the PulseChain ecosystem. That's the one thing that the community ethos has been behind this whole time is true decentralization. Even the meme coins, right? Well, obviously, most meme coins should never ever have an owner, right? What's the point of an ownership function if the coin doesn't even do any utility? So most meme coins are going to have pretty fair, no admin key risk for the most part. But then you got to worry about insiders dumping on you. So, we've got fair launch meme coins on PulseChain, by the way. People are sleeping on PulseChain meme season. It's happening right before your eyes. So get involved with, you've got B-Roots and his teddy bear, a Tropa ecosystem with the Maria dev. It's a complicated web. You got to follow other guys to get into the specifics on the meme coins. You've got 9inch.io launching all kinds of meme coins on their very own decks, right? Reaching out to different communities, launching them all the time. You've got the HOA club, which is like DWB. Orange Man Good, which is doing very well, by the way. I'm a big fan of OMG because of the trumpeting, right? And I'm probably going to dump it before the election, right? Before the election. It's like I can't say Trump's name 3 times in a stream, otherwise I'll get flagged. OMG and other Trump-related coins I predict are probably going to do well as a meme leading into November. So I'll probably offload it and get rid of it around September, October, when all the buzz in the mainstream media is going on. Just hoping that it's going to be higher than it is today. OMG's already done a 10x. But look, don't get distracted by the memes when you haven't even gotten your core positions yet. Because if you're new, let me just share my screen. If you're new, you got to start with the ones that you see on the screen here. Pulse, PulseX, and HEX. Okay, if you don't have a bag of these, you're not really participating in the greater PulseChain ecosystem. Yeah, you can bet it all on a single meme coin, but that's not a winning strategy in the long run. And I'm here for the long run. I'm here for many years. I know what works. I've been in crypto 9 years, okay? Crypto, long-term holding actually wins. Long-term holding in the right stuff. How do you know it's the right stuff? Like I said earlier, it's not necessarily the tech. It's not eigenlayer restaking. It's not ZK snark rollup proof security. It's nothing like with the buzzwords AI, buzzword bingo. AI coins are probably going to do well. DPIN, DSci. There's going to be a couple of hot coins in every one of these sectors, okay? But in the long run, what works is taking what already worked, not reinventing the wheel, iterating on it. HEX better Bitcoin. PulseChain better Ethereum. PulseX better Uniswap. It's easy to remember because we know these things have proven track records. The proof of concept is already out there. So it's not only that, but it's also, this has become a cliche in the PulseChain community, but it is the community. The community is the asset. And I can't stress that enough. There's a lot of fake communities out there. There's a lot of Telegram groups saying, oh, we've got such a great community. And they got like 5 bots chatting with each other and an AI guy and like one or 2 real founders that can't wait to dump on you. That's most communities, all right? Most communities are kind of fake, kind of don't exist. Not all of them. Some meme coins develop strong communities, right? I know a meme coin on Base that's doing pretty well, but most of the time, PulseChain meme coins, you're going to find that the real communities with the real people behind them that are authentic and genuine that are not going to dump, those are on PulseChain because they understand, the people in this ecosystem understand long-term holding. But getting back to the value, right? The community is the asset. And at the end of the day, you just got to ask yourself, like, Is anybody going to be talking about this in 5 more years and 10 more years? Or is this a fad? Or are people being paid to talk about this, right? Are people just being paid? Like, are VCs just funding and paying off YouTubers? Fun fact, none of the YouTubers in the PulseChain ecosystem are paid. I have never been paid by Richard Hart or anybody other than myself and my own solid investments, right? So take it from a lot of these people that are actually successful in crypto by not taking coins under the table and dumping them on their followers, such as the influencer playbook in crypto, at least in 2017 and 2020 a little bit. It's getting called out more and more these days. The influencers taking money behind the scenes kind of thing is being called out, which is good because you want these people to be talking about the coin because they like the coin, not because they're getting paid to, but because, for example, I'm staked in HEX for 15 years. I'm going to be here for years and years and years. You're not going to be able to get rid of me. I'm going to outlast most of you. I'm going to outlast people that are just here for a quick pump and dump. They think it's all just one cycle, hold for 2 years. We're going to be living in a world where crypto is the norm. Why would you want to? Of course, we're going to take profit. We're going to take profit in the bull. We're going to take profit. PulseChain, I think, has 100 to 1,000x potential. PulseX, 100 to 1,000x potential. HEX, 100 to 1,000x potential. Measuring from the bottom of the top of the cycle. Cycle low, cycle high. It's possible. People think I'm crazy because it's the lows, right? We're at the near the all-time lows. Look at the prices. The prices aren't doing so good. It's hard to believe in something if you're coming in. I get it. And you're like, why hasn't this pumped? You know, Solana did an 8x or Cardano did a 2x or whatever. It's like, guys, 2x's and 3x's are going to happen. We're in it for the 10 to the 100 to even maybe 1,000 x's. Okay. Hundreds of x's are on the table, life-changing gains, and not just for one cycle. But imagine if you held for 10 years. Imagine all the Mt. Gox Bitcoin people that held for 10 years because they were forced to. All right, here's a funny tangent. The Mt. Gox Magic the Gathering exchange used to be the only place to buy Bitcoin back in 2011. Okay, it got hacked. It got hacked and people lost hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin. A lot, billions of dollars worth. And so today, 10 years later, or recently, maybe last week it was, the Bitcoin, the Mt. Gox trustee that was litigating the hack, trying to get everybody's money back, he's finally getting everyone's money back, which is actually bad for Bitcoin near term. Why? Because a bunch of Bitcoin is going to be hitting the market from people that probably forgot they even had it. People that got hacked in 2011 when Bitcoin was like 10 bucks, 30 bucks. They're now going to be getting maybe not all of their Bitcoin back, but some of it. And aren't they lucky that they were forced to hold it by actually getting hacked in a weird way? Them getting hacked on Mt. Gox forced them to do a 10-year hold and see Bitcoin from $10 to $70,000. Would you have actually held it the whole time? You probably wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. Okay, if I was holding Bitcoin from $10 to $1,000, I might call it a day. I might say, wow, this is awesome, life-changing, great. But I would have had no idea that $10,000 was around the corner, or even $100,000. Now we're talking about $100,000 Bitcoin. That's what we're talking about right now. This is on the table. So, look, somebody asks which HEX or both. PHEX. HEX native to the PulseChain network. Unfortunately, you know, both of them are going to survive. And there's 2 hexes. There's EHEX and PHEX. I hope, I pray that EHEX can go along for the ride. I've tried to bond it via liquidity to PHEX. But when I'm talking about bottom to top gains, I'm talking about the fresh chart. Okay, so when I'm recommending new people get in, buy the HEX with utility, buy the HEX with liquidity, buy the HEX that's newer, buy the HEX that's native to the PulseChain network. All right, I'm going to show you guys really quickly how you can do this. If you are new, let me take a look at the screen right here. Go look at the screen. It's very, very easy. You go to app.pulsex.com, link in description below. All the screens are going to look like this because the PulseChain core websites are usually hosted on IPFS. Okay, it's a decentralized version of the internet. And why does that matter? Because we've seen some laws in the UK, for example, that are going to now KYC all of the front ends that are publicly hosted for any decentralized exchange. What the hell, guys? That defeats the whole purpose of crypto. The whole purpose of crypto was I don't want to have to show a hostage video or a little selfie to go to a website and trade any coin that I want. That's taking 10 steps backwards when we've made so much progress in crypto. So, the founder is very forward thinking here. Thank you, Richard Hart. He made these IPFS links to basically ensure that you can't take this down, you can't KYC, because at the end of the day, whatever the regulatory bodies decide to do, you should probably be able to access IPFS, and you should probably be able to run it from your local desktop at the very worst case scenario. So this is worst case scenario insurance right here. Hosting on IPFS or downloading it locally. You click the IPFS link. Do not be scared. Again, people are new. They're coming in. They're like, app.pulsex.com. What do? I don't see the exchange here. I know it's hard, guys, but you got to click one more button. Click that IPFS link button. Don't be scared. Do not be scared. Click this button that says mypinata.cloud. Learn about IPFS. It's going to become more commonplace in the future, but if you learn about it now, you'll be ahead of the curve. And then this is where you do all your trading decentralized. And if you want to bridge, you see where it says PulseChain Bridge right here? Look at my screen. Look where it says PulseChain Bridge. Click on that. This will pull up the bridge so you can send your coins from the Ethereum network into the PulseChain network. All right, it's a really quick tutorial. It's actually pretty easy once you get the hang of it. And look, we got another IPFS. Scary link here. Don't be scared. As long as you are on the right URL, bridge.pulsechain.com. Don't fall for a phishing website. But you bridge your coins over here, okay? Bridge your coins from the Ethereum network into the PulseChain network. If you want to learn how to buy PulseChain, how to buy HEX, how to buy Pulse, I've got a video. Like, subscribe, and then go follow my channel. Go watch my tutorial videos. I'll tell you exactly what you need to click on. You buy some Ethereum. You buy it on a centralized exchange. You bridge it into PulseChain, and then you go buy whatever the hell you want over here. Look at all these little coins. You buy whatever other meme coins, HOA or whatever. You can buy the PRC20 versions. People don't realize that also PulseChain was a world's largest airdrop copy. The reason people call PulseChain the world's largest airdrop is because all of your balances, if you were holding any coins on May 13th, 2023, on the Ethereum network, you have an exact copy of those coins. They're not worth the same price in USD, but they're worth not zero, probably, as long as you had some of the more popular coins. So you can go over here to gopulse.com, link in description below. If you want to check how much your free airdrop is worth, go to apps and go to start. Look where my mouse is. Click start. Copy paste your address here. You know, if you had $100,000 worth of random Ethereum coins, you might have like $1,000 or $2,000 of PulseChain coins right here. Fun fact, if you held any DAI stablecoin, I think your DAI stablecoin is worth half a penny per dollar. So if you had $100,000, you have $500 of free money in PDAI. You got ERC20s and PRC20s, all right? Follow along with me. Pay attention. If you get this stuff right, if you get it figured out early, you know, congrats for being here early, right? You're watching right now. You're actually here early. If you can figure this stuff out, you won't be scrambling when we do a 10x and everybody's asking how to get in. But if you're here when no one else cares, congratulations. If you're here bag holding like me, go share this with somebody. Now is the best time to onboard. Now is truly the best time to onboard. But look, the bridge, people say, oh, it's complicated. It's like a 3 or 4 step process. It is. And so there are easier ways, like you've got Coast, right? 0xcoast.com, also known as gainpulsechain.com. This link is in the description below. Gainpulsechain.com. This is going to be a fiat on and off ramp where you can buy Pulse, HEX, and PulseX directly with your bank account. Currently, it works in almost every country except for the USA. Of course. But the USA is coming very soon because they have a new banking partner that they're working on. And so you can either buy a stable coin, you can mint a stable coin using your own bank money, and you can transfer via Revolut, Wise, Ethereum stablecoins, ACH, or wire transfer. You can be a big boy and do a wire transfer. That's actually the preferred method for higher net worth individuals, most likely. Your money will get there the next day, and you can buy all the coins directly into your wallet. You don't have to worry about all this complex bridging stuff if you make a gainpulsechain.com account. Now, the big news in the PulseChain ecosystem is we just got a listing on a centralized exchange. Now, is this good or bad, right? It's good, but not for the reason that people think. And I need to clarify the nuance because, look, a lot of people think centralized exchanges matter for the wrong reasons. Okay, the whole point of crypto is to do it DeFi. The whole point of crypto is to not use a centralized exchange. They get hacked all the time. They go down. They're centralized, okay? They're like honeypots. And sometimes they'll just hold your funds for an arbitrary reason. And they won't tell you why. They won't tell you why. They'll just say, sorry, your funds are ours now because they were never really yours in the first place. So we got an MEXC listing. Me, Marlon, Kalen, shout out to the PulseChain Foundation team, but also all the donors, you know, a lot of the guys that run bigger projects, bigger DeFi projects. Hey, we got a tip or a subscription. Thank you for the sub, Oscar. Thank you for the subscription, sir. Look, back to MEXC. Back to MEXC. People think they matter in crypto, and that's because they're noobs. They're crypto noobs, all right? But because people think that centralized exchanges matter, unfortunately, you have to meet people where they're already at. Like, for example, a lot of people like to go to this website, coinmarketcrap.com. This website sucks. They hide data. They don't give you the accurate data. For example, if you look up PulseChain, I could show you right now. They're not going to show you PulseChain where it should be. They're not going to show you. They're going to rank PulseChain at number 237, when really, the market cap, if you actually go $400 million market cap. Wait, are they actually now? Well, look. Yep. It should be a little higher. PulseChain should be on page 1 of CoinMarketCap, because if you take the circulating supply and multiply it by the price, it's a billion market cap coin, but people don't like to hear that. Now, let's go to WPLS, okay, wrapped Pulse. That's basically Pulse, right? It's like wrapped Ethereum. Here's another thing they won't tell you. They'll say, oh, the total volume, total daily volume. Oh my God, did they fix this? They might have actually fixed this. Because this used to say like $12,000, and then people would go look at it and say, $12,000 volume, that coin sucks. But, you know, they weren't counting the on-chain volume. Now, they might have actually fixed it. And they might be fixing a lot of their stuff because of this centralized exchange. I don't want to get ahead of myself, right? Because I don't like this this website. But a lot of people go here, okay? This website gets, what is it, like 100 million monthly visitors. 100 million people are going to this website and they're picking out their coins like noobs. You shouldn't just go to CoinMarketCap to find out which coin to buy, but people do. Okay, so when new people and their eyeballs are in front of crypto, they'll go here. Here we go. Here's the actual PLS. Here we go. The fully diluted market cap is 6.3 billion. That's what I meant to say. So if you look at the screen, 6.3 billion market cap. Well, 6.3 billion should really actually put us at rank 19 or 20 in terms of the top 100. And be exposed to a lot more eyeballs that way. Now, all right, we've been dealing with that BS for a long time, so let's just say we're over that part. We're over that for now. We're going to get that fixed, but basically one of the reasons they were not reporting market cap, or so they say, is because we don't have enough centralized exchange listings, right? So centralized exchange listings, they matter to centralized companies because they're centralized. They want money from the middle. They want to be the middleman. So this is the opposite of real crypto. But if you want to play by the rules a little bit, we managed to scrape together enough money to get listed on a mainstream centralized exchange, which you should not use. You should not be using it. I'll say that one more time. You should not use MEXC. Okay? Are we clear on that? Oh my God, but why are you saying that? Because you shouldn't, all right? You got to understand the reasons that this matters are different than the reasons that you probably think it matters. People are like, oh, why isn't the price pumping overnight, right? That's not what happens when things get listed on exchanges. You know, usually it's the opposite. When things get listed on big exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken, they usually get paid a bunch of tokens under the table, and then, you know, the coin dumps. So it's not like it's good for price overnight. It's good for exposure. It's good for perceived legitimacy, not real legitimacy, but legitimacy in the eyes of the centralized middlemen players. But, you know, what I really just want to clarify is let's not go back to sucking middleman D all day. All right, we've came so far. Everybody knows that DeFi is better. This website here, this is DeFi. This is a DEX. Decentralized exchanges are good. Centralized exchanges, bad. All right, but look, if you want to understand the nuance, let me help explain it. Look right here. The top centralized exchanges are now MEXC. And MEXC was, previously not enough centralized exchanges was the reason that they gave us for not listing PulseChain where it should be. So we'll see if they move the goalpost again. I would totally be prepared if they did move the goalpost again. Wouldn't be surprised at all. But, you know, if you take their current market cap metric, even at 600 million, we should still be a lot higher than rank 2,979. We should be a lot higher than rank 2,000. Okay, even a 700 million market cap would put us in the top 200, and really we should be in like the top 50. But I digress. It's neither here nor there. Market cap is somewhat of a vanity metric because it can be gamed, right? You can print a bunch of coins that aren't in circulation to game the market cap. So it doesn't really matter as much as people think, but it does matter for the people that think it matters. Okay, it matters when it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And so again, you got to understand the nuance here. All the DEX liquidity, and they're not even listing PulseX here. I don't know why they're not listing PulseX. Jupiter, Solana is trading on, or PulseChain is trading on Solana. It looks like that doesn't make any sense. Look, all the data is this is what I'm saying. It's not always accurate. It's not always accurate, but you can see we've got 800K volume. They say that's what MEXC is saying that they're doing daily on MEXC. It just got listed yesterday. So shout out to everyone that's supporting, everyone that sees the reason for doing this. But again, the reason for doing this is not to say, hey, everybody, go use MEXC. Now, what I will say is that MEXC has about 3 million weekly visitors. Watch. Let's go to the spot exchanges here. CoinMarketCap ranks MEXC as the 11th largest exchange. So this is basically the best we could do for now with the cheapest amount of money and the least regulatory uncertainty, right? Because they're an Asian-based exchange. Well, they're Cayman Islands, but owned by Koreans in Hong Kong. So, they're well known, and especially they give us exposure to an Eastern audience. Right now, PulseChain's pretty big in the West, pretty big in English-speaking countries. We've got a lot of Hispanic or Latino Pulsekins out there. Shout out to all the Latinos out there. There's entire Spanish-speaking channels out there. But again, that's the West, right? In the East, I don't think a lot of people know about PulseChain yet. So we get that exposure. And we get, let's see, weekly visits. Right now, they're quoting 2.1 million weekly visits to MEXC. So every week, there's 2 million eyeballs, pairs of eyeballs, 4 million eyeballs, are looking at MEXC. And they got buyer's intent, right? They're crypto traders. They want something to buy. So there's a new ticker symbol in front of their face, and there's a Kickstarter campaign. It's going to airdrop people like $20 worth of PulseChain. So if you participate in that, whatever, go ahead. Like in case people are confused, all I'm getting at is this is a win for us. This is a big win for legitimacy, eyeballs, Asian eyeballs. Okay, Asia matters. If you guys don't know, Asia is like where most of the world's at population-wise. They love crypto in China and Hong Kong and all that, and they're kind of more crypto friendly than the USA right now. How ironic. So it could also help us get on the CoinMarketCap ranking sites. But this is not to go say, everybody go use centralized exchanges now. It's 100% not the point. So for anyone that needed that spelled out for them, it's good for long term. Okay, it's not short term. It's not like it's going to make the price go up overnight, but it's significant progress in being taken seriously by the powers that be, which, kind of sucks to even have to try to do that because we can make stuff cool on our own. We can make DeFi cool if we want it to be. But to play by the rules of CoinMarketCap, that's what we're trying to do. Congrats to the whole team. Big win. Big win. Celebrate the win, guys. Appreciate everybody that was supportive of that effort. But guys, don't forget to use Real DeFi. Use the bridge. And if you don't want to use the bridge, at least use Coast when it does come back, because Coast is going to mint directly to your wallet. Directly to your wallet. So if it's not available in your country yet, it will be soon. Shout out to the Coast team as well. And here's another update with the bridge, okay? Richard Hart, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend. He released a new bridge, or somebody did. I don't know. Not him, but somebody. Somebody named Gibbs.finance. So if you go to Gibbs.finance and use this bridge right here, right in front of your face here, this is a privacy-focused bridge, which you can actually withdraw ETH to a fresh wallet. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Another reason you should hold PulseChain, right? Another reason you should hold PulseChain is that there's a lot of Ethereum, speculated Ethereum whales waiting for Ethereum to pump, before they rotate back in. So if you want to use this bridge in a private way, what you could do is you could bridge coins, or you could take some of your coins from your PulseChain sacrifice wallet. You could buy up a whole bunch of Ethereum, click on this settings icon here, and you could extract that Ethereum back to the Ethereum network to a fresh wallet by clicking here to a fresh wallet. and it would essentially be privacy. Not, not Tornado Cash, but private enough because the transactions are coming from the bridge relayers. They're not coming from an OFAC sanctioned smart contract, right? So this is better, and this gives big players a way to get in anonymously. Read between the lines if you want to. But moving on, we've also got 2FUX. 2FUX is a brand new protocol, just launched in PulseChain a couple days ago, maybe a week ago. And right now you can launch this app, and if you're providing liquidity on PHUX.io, I'm providing liquidity over there, but I'm transitioning it off into 2FUX because 2FUX.io, 2PHUX.io. I know with the names, guys, I understand. But look, you can join some of these pools, right? I really like this one called Get It On. Stablecoin, HEX, Pulse, PulseX. 10% APY. Seems like a safe bet to me. I don't know. And then you're going to get more yield than you would on FUX, long story short. If you take your LP tokens out of regular FUX and you put them in 2FUX, you're going to get double or more, up to 2.5x the yield that you were getting on FUX. So check this one out. It's been audited, of course. It's a fork of Aura. Aura is to Balancer what 2FUX is to FUX. More yield. And people it's also an early accumulation period for prime 2FUX token. So you can see people are rushing to stake this right now to get voting power because currently the APR is 1,500%. That's not going to last very long, guys. This is going to come down in the next month or so. But if you want to get in early while the getting is good, lots of APR over there. Lots of APR currently right now because it's the early days. If you remember the ramp-up period on FUX, how the coin shot up at the beginning, the same thing's probably going to happen here. Okay, people are aping to get in early to establish their dominance, to establish their voting power. So if you want to play with that, like I know Axis Alive is trying to get in this one pretty big, I think, to boost his own, liquidity coin ecosystem. Some other players might be able to do this as well, as long as you've got like a gauged pool already. Or maybe there's new pools. I actually don't know. Go in the Telegram chat, guys. Go in the Telegram. Follow 2FUX.io. And just use it if you want to. If you don't understand it, don't use it. Just another DeFi primary DeFi protocol on the PulseChain network. So let's see, gopulse.com. We got anything pumping today? We've got 1 million total active wallets, which is a huge milestone in the PulseChain ecosystem. 1 million people, guys, active wallets. People that aren't just dust or bots, right? It's huge. Something like 20,000 daily active users. These are real people. Okay, thousands of people globally. We've got some stuff pumping today. It's pretty much a red day across a lot of these coins. You've got Atropa pumping. Look, I mean, if you like liquidity bonded to a bunch of other random coins, you'll love Atropa. If you like coins with weird characters in the name, you'll love Atropa. And if you like conspiracy theories and devs named Maria, you'll love Atropa. You'll also love a lot of the other stuff, right? A lot of the 9mm stuff is all just meme coins paired with other meme coins. So, yeah, kind of inflates the TVL a little bit. Any updates on SEC? Well, that's a good question. The updates on the SEC is basically that on October 24th, I believe, we're all going to go to the courthouse to represent that we are not victims of Richard Hart, that we'd like to see the SEC and their corrupt, incompetent lawyers be overturned. We're just going to represent ourselves because it's very rare that people actually show up to a courthouse and actually fill the seats. But until then, you know how this legal stuff works is just like there's a whole lot of nothing in between. So the answer is like there's not really an update, but there is a sentiment shift. People seem to care less and less about the SEC. You've got the election coming up. You've got the SEC literally had to pay back all the lawyers from the debt box case. Huge loss for them because they lied to the courts. The SEC is very unpopular with Congress, very unpopular with the public. Again, you've got election season coming up. They might kick out some of the old guys and get some fresh talent in there. Talent, yeah, right. But you know what I mean. People are seeming to care less because when you sue everybody, it takes the power out of it, right? They're suing Coinbase. Guess what? Coinbase, the SEC listed Solana, Filecoin, Toncoin. Lots of popular chains. What was it? ADA, Cardano maybe? They listed basically 11 or 12 coins that were listed on Coinbase as unregistered securities. Didn't seem to stop the Solana folks from pumping that coin 8x, 9x maybe. So you've got a lot of that initial fear, uncertainty, and doubt wearing off because people are starting to realize that the SEC can't actually sue a piece of code. They can sue Richard all day long. And Richard, okay, he pays a fine in the worst case, but they can't stop you from buying these coins. And they're decentralized enough to fail the Howey test. And they're getting listed on more and more exchanges and on-ramps every day. MEXC, you can buy it on Coast, you can buy it on the DeFi way. Unstoppable code, right? Real bridge technology, bridge your coins in. Look, I can tell you right now that some of my personal endeavors, we're going after fiat on-ramps. More exchanges would be all right, maybe one or two, but really what I want to focus on is existing fiat on-ramps, and I'm talking about Transact, MoonPay, Paybis, some of these third-party integrations where they're just a widget where you buy and sell, kind of like Chain Jelly. Oh yeah, you could buy PulseChain on Chain Jelly. You can buy it on stealthx.io. There's all kinds of ways to buy it, and it's only going to get better. But what I'm going after right now is the fiat on-ramps directly without an exchange. Okay, so I think that's going to actually provide more value, especially if the people buying it on these third parties, especially if they could actually buy it directly from the DEX liquidity itself. And we've got so many people out there going after these things. So anybody watching, I know KDP is always going after these people. We're very publicly asking politely to get listed on these existing payment off-ramps. But the fiat gateways, not the centralized exchanges, but the fiat gateways, if you guys out there know anybody or have a lead or a contact that wants to list Pulse or HEX or PulseX or any coin on the PulseChain network, and if you've got somebody already going, and if you've got a price tag and a contract ready to go, if you need, KYB documents and articles of organization and professional guidance, right? Hit me up because we can work together. I know, again, Katie and a lot of other people out there have been doing this great, but at some point when it does come time to sign the paperwork, right? If you need help on that, let me know, because we're going after. Look, I think it'd be great to get PulseChain on MoonPay. I think it'd be great to get PulseChain on Transact. There's so many else out there. I've got a whole list of them in a spreadsheet, but all you guys out there, the community's been doing a great job, and look, it's only going to get better, right? It's only going to get more easy to buy PulseChain. So I'd prefer to see these fiat on-ramps take liquidity directly from on-chain. A lot of them will ask for separate liquidity pools, right? For example, MEXC has a $20,000 liquidity pool that we had to fund. It'd be easier if we could just use the Pateus API, right? Use the Pateus API, which shout out to the Pateus team. They're doing an awesome job. And use that so that when a user buys off of a third-party on-ramp, something happens on the back end where it gets routed to go buy from on-chain liquidity, which actually makes the number go up. So I can't say which company I'm working with right now, but we're also working with other companies to do exactly that. So things to be bullish about. Lights Out says, I love conspiracy. Look, the Atropa guys they're cool. They're nice. I like them. Yeah, it doesn't draw me in as much as just getting the core coins out to new people. But for people that are in the ecosystem, if you want to go down some rabbit holes, you might like Atropa. Hey, Zenith, what's going on, man? What's going on? How much time do we have left? 20 minutes left, okay. What do I think about TitanX? Not too happy with it. Seems to be a perma-dump token, kind of like Zen. So here's what happened with Zen and TitanX is people are trying to build the airplane while it's already in flight. So you've got this coin that people can just keep minting. Now Zen was really bad. TitanX at least had some game theory where it didn't have to be that bad, but it ended up being bad because they're not buying and burning enough of it. So people keep trying to make and invent all these protocols around Zen and around TitanX to keep boosting the value up. But that doesn't work because the value just goes into those protocols and then dwindles away there too. So if you have to keep making something new, a new contraption to keep the hope and the dream alive, to stop people from perma-dumping, it's not going to work out. And we've seen that happen. So with Titan X, at least, you've got a team called Pulsar. They're building a token they're building a bridge. It's going to allow you to save yourself from that sinking ship, and you can bridge Titan X value back into PulseChain, mint Pulsar, and I think it's going to feed back into that gift token somehow. Like, I don't know all the details, but keep an eye on that. Yeah, Titan X, sounded all right. I've seen a lot of HEX clones come and go. That one was at least a kind of a unique hodgepodge of every narrative that people liked. Oh, buy and burn and free minting and fair launch and, fucking everything that people just gravitated towards. But, staking, right? They had staking, minting, buy and burn. None of it was good enough. None of it was good enough. So people keep trying to save it with like their side protocols like Dragon and whatnot. I'm more bullish on Pulsar, bridging the value back into PulseChain and then getting that, tied up to some PulseChain coins. But hey, thank you for the tip. Thank you for all you have done, Coffee. You're welcome, Jesse James. Jesse James, did you know that your name is also the name of the antagonists on Pokemon? Hope you know that. Thanks for the tip, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Coffee. I love this type of Pulse content. Yeah, I'm just like laying it all on the table. Here's what's happening. Here are the updates. Tons of people doing the work. Right? Sami's out here making 3 videos a day telling you to buy in the bear market. Who is making more content than that guy? I mean, he's gonna look. You guys better thank him when we do 100,000x from here. Let's see. And all kinds of people, guys. I can go on and on about the community members doing some work. Like, you've got the content creators, okay? You've got Corey and KDP and Coexistence, Steven and B-Roots and that dick with butt guy. That guy's hilarious, man. Like, DWB as a meme coin has reached a special level of attention that most meme coins don't get to. You got to check this YouTuber guy out. He's hilarious, dude. His name is Turkey Durkee. He's like lit a teddy bear on fire with a flamethrower, like in the middle of the woods. He's walking around with a banana suit on. Like, pure entertainment. So when you have an influencer for a meme coin, like, that doesn't happen very often, right? Just for a meme coin within the PulseChain ecosystem. There's something special happening here, guys. And if you're not paying attention, if you're brand new, look, watch my videos. Just go watch how to buy Pulse, how to buy HEX. That's really all you need to do. And then from there, you can watch like how to yield farm. I like yield farming. Okay, I really like yield farming, and I'll show you. Remember that PulseX website we just had up? Look how much money you could earn just for holding some of these coins together. If you lock your Pulse and PulseX together, and if you're ready to eat that impermanent loss, you can get paid 14% APY in the form of INC token. If you lock your HEX and your Pulse together in a yield farm and you're okay with impermanent loss, you can make 26% APY. That means if you put 100 grand into 50 grand into HEX, 50 grand into Pulse, they're both going to do different prices, different gains in the future. Okay, one might go up harder, one might not go up as hard. But you're going to make at least $26,000 that year. What if we do a 10x? Right? Then your bags are 10x higher and you made 26% APY the whole time. Now, what if you're an Ethereum guy? What if you want to take 100 grand of 100 grand of dollars, and what if you want to tie that to both the Ethereum ecosystem and the PulseChain ecosystem? 50K of ETH, 50K of Pulse, lock them together. ETH goes up, Pulse goes up even more. So you win on 2 angles there. You might have some impermanent loss. Maybe you have less Pulse, more ETH. Oh no, you still have a coin that went up. And you got paid 38% APY to do so in the form of INC token. And that number is probably going to go higher if INC token goes up as well. So by the time it's all said and done, at the top of the euphoria, this number could be 50, 60, 70% APY. Because the price of INC itself also determines the APR, the APY. I'm currently locked in the INC PulseX pool. I'm earning 37% to hodl my PulseX and to hodl my INC and pair them together because I don't care which one I have more of at the end of the day. I'm holding for years. I've already been holding for 1 year. So what's 1 more year, guys? PulseChain is just over a year old. Hey, do whatever you want. I'm showing you guys the opportunities here. I'm showing you guys where you can make money. Some awesome devs actually building. Yeah, so many awesome devs building. You've got like 3 different stable coins, like Liquid Loans, Flex Protocol, and Earn Protocol. They literally all let you mint a stable coin off of your Pulse, PulseX, and HEX, which bolsters the ecosystem, which reduces bridge risk, which allows you to sell without hurting the price, and all kinds of other tactics for advanced users. These liquidity forks. What else are people building? We got Uniswap V3 fork on 9-inch and on 9mm. Uniswap V3, some single-sided liquidity if you want to do that. We've got all kinds of stuff. Hey, J Money, keep fighting the good fight. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you. Lights Out is laughing. Lights Out, dude. What an OG. He's a real one. Lights Out, thanks for the, pitching in. That guy in the chat there, he just helped pump your bags, guys. He just helped you get listed on MEXC, so, thank the entire community, right? There's so many more people that are actually doing stuff here than anywhere else. Everywhere else, you're like begging the VCs and stuff, which works to a degree. But, a lot of times it's manufactured consent. Native stables that's actually backed by USD. Peanut butt. Well, look, we got Pulse Pagan says Peanut Butt is building a multi-chain bridge for PulseChain. Okay, that sounds great, but the coin is called Peanut Butt. You might want to. I mean, are you sure about the name? A multi-chain bridge would be awesome, by the way. We've got SparkSwap. Shout out to AJ from SparkSwap. SparkSwap.xyz is a Binance Smart Chain bridge. Look at that. They got a new website. Look at that website. Sleek. These guys are doing a lot of work, man. The vaults. Check out the vaults and the farms. They've also got great yield farms over here. And vaults are kind of like almost like an ETF. Like you hold multiple coins in there to get paid. Kind of like Fux, but not really. The bridge on SparkSwap is really cool. Not only BSC, but Arbitrum. You can come in and buy Pulse with Arbitrum for pennies on the dollar. So, gas fees on Ethereum, forget about those. Just use Arbitrum, right? Now, the liquidity is lower on here. So if you're trying to buy like 100 grand, let's see. Let's see if I wanted to buy you. Let me switch this around. Let's see. If I want to come in with DAI. Oh, shoot. How does this work? Okay. I think I got to connect my wallet. $1,000. Yeah, there's slippage, guys. But if you want to earn at least, or if you're gonna buy like $1,000 or less at a time, check out this bridge from Arbitrum, because you could buy your USDC on Coinbase, take it out to this bridge, and buy your Pulse with like 1 penny fees. Just watch out for the liquidity and the slippage, but they'll get there. They'll get there. AJ is working tirelessly. And his team. His team is really doing a lot of work. What else should we talk about? MEXC listing. Woo! Yeah, we're on the top 11 exchange, centralized exchange, but let's not worship them, you know what I mean? Keep using DeFi. Keep using real crypto. Our community is awesome. PulseChain is unstoppable. I agree, DGen Calendar. I agree. DGen Calendar was wondering about like the MX token on MEXC. Look, they offer like trading competitions on those centralized exchanges. So for people that trade within the early days, they'll give you some MX tokens. Like, you're probably not going to make that much money on those, right? The real reason that MEXC is good is because it gets our foot in the door for more listings. Because seriously, people think it matters. I'll be talking with people. I was at Consensus the last couple of days in Austin, Texas. And when you're talking to these people, and you're talking to existing exchanges, it becomes a lot easier conversation to say, hey, we're already on MEXC. Because all the other on-ramps and gateways and stuff, all the other debit cards and bridges and DeFi protocols, they're all like, oh, well, what exchanges are you on? And you're like, okay, we're on MEXC. Like, what else do you want? So they hear that, and it's just, I guess it's an appeal to authority, even though it's the wrong authority. People don't know any better. Peanut Bridge is like Base, Cardano, Solana, all major EVMs. That'd be awesome, dude. Keep me posted on Peanut Bridge, bro. I hope it works out well. Bridges are dangerous, so take your time and get it audited and do it right. Do it right. Solana versus PulseChain. Well, Solana's already pumped. Okay, here, I'll talk about Solana versus PulseChain. Solana from the low has already gone up 8x. It is entirely VC funded by like 22 different VC firms. It's got meme coin saturation, right? The meme coins on Solana are very, very hard to find the needle in the haystack there. You're going to find quality memes easier if you're hunting for them on PulseChain. Go look at like Peach or Na or Pen Pineapple Apple Pen. Pen Pineapple Apple Pen. Remember that video? Yeah, Solana is just, people are shitting out like 2,000 coins a day. Literally, I heard that statistic. I don't know if it's true. 2,000 coins a day. No, maybe it was 20,000. And so how do you know what's going to pump? You really got to follow the socials on a lot of these things. If you see like their social accounts growing quickly, they might have some attention for the near term, but I don't almost take anything on Solana seriously. I only hold one Solana meme coin, and that's because a billionaire told me about it. So I figured if a billionaire tells you about a meme coin, maybe I'll listen. And that token is called Anus. ANUS. But I'm not very bullish. I think they've squeezed a lot of the juice that they could have out of Solana already. The chain doesn't work well. It's centralized. Okay, it's centralized. It goes down all the time. It's been down 11 times in 2 years. That's about one time every 2 months it goes down. When the network gets crowded, 75% of transactions fail. So sure, you've got all the throughput at the expense of all the centralization, and the chain still doesn't really work anyway. Really what I think happened with Solana, look, people are going to get mad at me for this, right? Because they've got a bag of Solana and they want me to say good things about it. I'm fine with Solana existing. I think it's an interesting sideshow, right? But I think a lot of people got hoodwinked by Sam Bankman-Fried, who invested a ton into that coin. And I think a lot of the VCs and insiders wanted to exit, so they revived the coin for exit liquidity. And all these memes, this is my conspiracy theory brain, guys, but I really have a feeling, intuition, that a lot of these meme coins, the ones that do well, are kind of exit liquidity for people to sell off a lot of their meme coins. It's ways to get new liquidity in so that, you know, they can offload the giant bags they already had. The insiders, right? PulseChain itself as a chain, the whole ethos of it is a rejection of the insider mentality. It's a rejection of the white-collar crypto, right? It's crypto by the people, for the people. Decentralized, grassroots, organic, community-based, which is why it was like pulling teeth even to get an MEXC listing. You know, if Solana would have just paid MEXC 120K and in a week and been on their way. But we actually had to go crowdsource the liquidity, crowdsource the funding. It's a blessing and a curse, right? It's a blessing and a curse because on one hand you have real crypto on PulseChain. You don't have VCs to help pump your bags, but on the other hand, it's here to stay. The community is way more passionate, real, genuine. They're HEX holders, so they're holding for 10 to 15 years. They're not going anywhere. And you've got real people that make stuff that stick with it. And that's really the most important thing at the end of the day. They copy what works. They make it better. You've got DeFi, you've got privacy. Hopefully we're going to see some AI stuff, some DPINs and DeSci on PulseChain. That'd be nice if those projects came to PulseChain. Right now it's like DeFi and memes. And that's kind of what I see in yield farming and obviously the core coins. Staking, buy and burn DEX, and cheaper, faster Ethereum. But yeah, I mean, Solana as a crypto project, yeah, it's probably still going to pump. It might have another 10x left in it. But if you're coming in late to the party, right? If you're coming in right now and you're looking at price performance potential of Solana versus PulseChain, I'm going to pick the one that hasn't already gone up 8x. Right? And it's also got a lot more liquidity, right? So it's harder to move that up from here. And you've got just these vulture capitalists looming around that can't wait to dump on you. Of course, you're going to have big players in PulseChain too. Everyone likes to point fingers at someone that's richer than them. that has more money than them and say, it's that guy's fault, that he dumped, he sold. Imagine that, but happening every single day, quietly, and no one even complaining about it because they don't even know that they're getting screwed. That's most of crypto. We're just like schizos in PulseChain because we expose that happening when it does happen. And of course, it's going to happen on every chain. There's going to be a guy that got in earlier with more money that wants to exit. We saw a guy sell like, what, $50 million of Richard Hart coins the other day. Really sucked. You know, I hate watching that. Like, why couldn't you just hold, bro? Why couldn't you at least just use liquid loans to get out that way? You know, or stuff like that. But, you know, we don't just take the abuse. A lot of these guys out here, they think crypto is just gambling. They think crypto is like going to the casino. So they don't care that they're getting dumped on. They don't care that they're getting abused by centralized middlemen on other chains. Are there any DPIN projects on Pulse? I hope so, dude. If Swizzle Sticks, if anybody knows about a DPIN project on Pulse, hit me up. Hit up your boy. I'll talk about it. It'd be kind of cool if it was a good one. Where the Tang Gang at? Oranges, oranges, oranges. Well, it looks like you're here. Super Kami Guru, what's going on? Hello to the Tang Gang. Thank you for your work on MEXC. You're welcome. Thanks for being here, dude. It's not easy to be here and have conviction at the bottom of the bear, bottom of the cycle. Every time I think about Richard Hart investments, I get depressed. Am I the only one who's really hurting? Well, if you're really, really depressed, look, touch grass. I mean, seriously, like if you invested more than you're willing to lose, if your entire net worth and self-worth relies on this thing going up, number one, you could do something about it. Like I choose to take action, right? You can make the world better. You can make it a better environment. That's what a lot of people already do. I'm sure a lot of people are down on their money, but I'm down. I'm down 90% from my HEX euphoria. Yeah, my HEX euphoria, a long way from that, I'll tell you. But I'm helping to build the future. And so you can do that. One thing I've also just learned too is that checking the price every single day, when you know you should be holding this on a monthly and yearly time scale, it doesn't do any good for your mental health, right? I think I see people get so worked up on Twitter, getting angry at everything that comes their way and just looking for reasons to get angry because that's what Twitter does. Like Twitter's doing it to you. So ask yourself how much time you're spending on Twitter, doom scrolling and going down, hanging out with, that's another thing too. Like you are the people you hang out with the most. So ask yourself, are you hanging out with crabs in a bucket that, misery loves company? Are you hanging out with a bunch of depressed, broke losers that are jealous and hateful and spiteful? Because of course, then you're going to be depressed. So if the people you're surrounding yourself with are acting like that, find a new group to hang out with, lose yourself in your work, right? Distract yourself with progress. That could be personal improvement too, like go to the gym, eat better, get better sleep, ease up on the drinking. Go out and, one thing I've learned recently is like, I was socially isolating myself for a while, and like I was doom scrolling during that time, and what I should have been doing is just going out into the real world and increasing my real world social life. Like my social life was starting to drift entirely online, and I noticed myself getting angry and frustrated because I was taking in too many opinions. A human brain is not meant to take in the opinions of the entire internet, right? Dunbar's number is that we can only manage about 150 relationships at the most, and then we max out. On Twitter, how many people are you following? 1,000? 10,000? You're getting all these different people's opinions. A lot of them are just losers, jealous, haters, broke boys. That's not good for you, right? So I was falling down the same path of like, damn, this is really annoying and frustrating. Nowadays, it's like it doesn't even faze me because it doesn't even cross my mind. It doesn't even come into my consciousness, right? Because I'm just not focused on that. I'm focused on building what I want and then getting out into the real world with like real people, friends. I know it's like duh, but at the same time, we get so wrapped up in this internet world that we forget that like you can go make connections IRL, and sometimes they're actually way better. Like the stuff that I've learned about IRL, the connections I've made, and some of the early things I've gotten into, it's all come from meeting people in the real world, and a lot of it's online too. But online, sometimes you can kind of meet people online, but then let's say like I meet some YouTubers online and then I go meet them in real life. There's more synergy, more sparks start to fly. There's more, potential of opportunities for you and them, right? I don't know. That's all the advice I got for you on the self-help department. Do I think PLS will pump this cycle? Yes, I do. Otherwise, I would not be here. Of course I do. I would not be here if I didn't think it was going to pump this cycle. Oh, man. Take note of your feelings and write it down. That's a good advice, Lights Out. So you'll know the feeling next cycle near the bottom signal. Damn, dude, I wish I could post that one. Streamlabs doesn't let me post comments, but yeah, writing down your feelings, thinking about your thinking. It's called critical thinking, analyzing how you're thinking, your patterns of thought. And to change your patterns of thought, shift your physical environment. That's what I was getting at, is because I shifted my physical environment, my thought patterns changed to a more positive state almost immediately. Like, it's crazy how that works. Like, I'm coming off of the high from Austin Consensus 2024, the world's largest crypto conference, and the energy there was super positive. Everyone's doing something. You literally feel like you're building the future. Like, you're in the middle of it. You got the suits and the hippies and the freaks and the developers are all side by side. And I'm just here, like, chilling my little bag of PulseChain. You know, it's good. It's fun. Moving forward, that's why I try not to think about it. Best wishes, everyone. Cool, Optimist. Stay optimistic, brother. Your name is the Optimist, so hope you can stay optimistic. Happy Healer says, you're right. Instant gratification has to be overcome on deeper levels. Yeah, instant gratification is what a lot of people want. And I get it, right? You've been holding for a year and you still haven't done even like a 2x on your bag, on your core bags. Look, that's in the grand scheme. I'm not trying to gaslight anyone here. That's not that long in the grand scheme, right? I was holding crypto for what, 5 to 6 years before, and made money, lose money, done everything wrong, and I still kept going because I realized that this was the future. I realized what I was holding. So you can cut that down to 2 or 3 years. If that's what I'm trying to help people with, is don't give up on the conviction. Don't give up on the fact that real crypto, separation of money and state, building a parallel financial ecosystem, this is the biggest deal since the internet. So you can be a part of it as much as you want, or you can just be a bystander, right? You can just be an investor and then go work at your business, work at your job, stack paychecks like I did for 5 years and funnel it away into crypto. Because even if you lose it, like I did, like I put in my 401k money to Bitcoin and I bought the $17,000 Bitcoin top in 2017. I literally did that. And I could have just gotten depressed and cried about it and gave up and said, crypto's a scam, right? But I didn't blame anyone else. I doubled down and I learned more. And I bought more Bitcoin and I bought more Ethereum. And then I bought HEX. And, I just kept buying, even when I bought the wrong stuff. So hang in there, guys. Instant gratification, right? It's people think a year is a long time, and it's really not. Been in crypto 9 years now, and it's not going anywhere. It's not like the government's going to turn crypto off. They literally cannot do that. They can't do that even if they tried. Seems all the big hitters are shifting to base. Maybe that's who you're focusing on, but I think base is actually getting a little saturated. Base is all right. I got rugged on Base the other day, so I'm a little salty about that. But I know another founder on Base who's he's made a meme coin that's been very successful. It's called AYB. All your base. All your base are belong to us. Shout out to Chris. Great job on AYB, dude. I hope it keeps going, man. Base Lee says DWB. DWB for the win. I'm kind of mad that I didn't get DWB early. Here's my thing about meme coins is if I don't get them super early, I don't feel comfortable getting them later. And I'm talking like not even the first day. I'm talking the first 15-minute candle or less. That's what, because a lot of these meme coins, you can't predict whether they're going to be around or not. Now, I wish I got DWB. I posted about it when it launched because I thought it was hilarious. I was like, oh, look, it's dick butt, right? Funny meme. It's funny. It's objectively, you can't even argue. If you don't think it's funny, I don't even want to talk to you. But I didn't buy it, and now I don't think I would touch it unless okay, it would have to drop. Let's see, Dex screener. Well, let's see, DWB. Look at that little guy. Oh shit, that first candle is really. Oh, it is dropping a little bit, but is it dropping enough? Not enough for me. It's dropped about 50%. I'd want to see it drop like 80%. Like if it retests this low, 6 zeros. No. If it drops another 0 and goes down like 70% lower than it is already, maybe I'll scoop some more up. But hey, shout out to everyone that's making money on that. I'm telling you guys, meme season on Pulse. It's happening, and you're probably missing out if you're not on PulseChain already. If you like meme coins and degen stuff, you might be missing out. No, correct that, you are missing out. We've also got gambling. If you guys just want to take it one step farther and just like admit that you're a degen gambler, you can go, literally you can go gamble on the price of coins. PulsePredict.io, check this one out. You can actually go, you can go bet on the price of a coin going up. Here's the crazy thing, right? You can bet on the price of, let's say, DWB going up. And let's say you're kind of a big whale. You can go buy the price up to ensure that you win your bet. You can collect your win, and everyone else wins because the price went up. And then you could rinse repeat. Why don't people do that? I don't know. Shout out to Jay. God, what was his name? Shout out to the Pulse Predict guys, or PulsePot.io. Yeah, Jay PulsePot on Twitter. Now, sporting events as well. You know, people are into sports. You guys ever hear of Mike Tyson, Jake Paul? They're doing a boxing match, allegedly. I guess Mike really needs the money. But you can bet on it on PulseChain. You can bet on the Football Champions League. You can bet on the Tour de France. Does Lance Armstrong still do that? I don't know anything about bicycling. But you can bet on these sporting events on PulseChain. So when this Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight comes up, I think we should all be shilling that to the mainstream audience, because this is a big deal. Sports permeate throughout all of culture. It's bigger than crypto. If you want to bet on them in a decentralized way, PulsePredict.io. PulsePot.io is just decentralized gambling. Oh, you got to be 18 years or older. That's probably a good thing. Hey, look, B-Roots fan has one consecutive win. Some people are just sitting here, like, betting. Jackpot, coin wars. Which coin is going to outperform the other coin? I really do like what these guys built. I mean, it's total degen stuff, right? I don't do it personally, but shout out to Jay PulsePot. You still mining INC? Yes, I am. Timothy Harris. Been mining, again, that's the PulseX pair, the HEX Pulse pair, and the PLSX INC pair. Very soon, in like 8 more days or 9 more days, I'm going to be in the ETH PLS pair. Thoughts on SolidX? Good entry or stick to RH Core? Well, SH Chang, SolidX has a whole ecosystem behind it now, and it's got a rich guy that likes to pump it. So I could say some good things about SolidX. I could also say that my personal little feelies are hurt because I lost money on SolidX. Because I bought early, and then I rebought the top like an idiot, basically. Let's see how much it's corrected, though. SolidX. Oh, you know, it's corrected quite a bit. You know what, guys? This might be unpopular, but maybe send it lower. But look, I don't know. This seems to be a support or resistance right here. If you want to re-enter, yeah, I guess it doesn't sound like the worst idea. Especially that they've got more infrastructure, more liquidity. They're bonded to Fire and to Axis, and they're bonded to some other stuff. It's like the SolidX index, right? I don't know if the Fire Whale is still pumping it. I haven't really kept up after I bought. You see that big Darth Maul candle? Yeah, I bought that one. Wasn't fun. Wasn't a good time. So anyway, SolidX, maybe. It does seem to be in consolidation for a long time. What do I think about P-Drip token? I don't really know anything about it. Keep the faith, respect. Keep it up. Thank you, V. Yeah, I know a lot of RH fans hurting. Look, all I can tell you is what I know from my experience. Long-term holding works. HEX, staking in a ladder, helps you hold long-term. Yield helps you in the short term. Look, use yield for the short term. Use HEX staking for the long term. Focus on increasing your bags. Focus on making more money in your job or your business, whatever. And have a 5-year plan. Have a minimum of 5 years, right? That way that you're not like, you don't think you should be somewhere after only 1 year. People are like, oh, I've been holding for 3 years. No, you've been holding Pulse for 1 year. That's bad framing. You've been waiting for Pulse for a long time. but you've only been holding it for a year because it's only existed for a year. Don't tell yourself a story that's going to make you more upset, right? Negative framing, even internally, can wreak havoc on your state of mind. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, people are salty, man. People are salty. Look, if you're salty, why are you here, right? You shouldn't be here. Are there any memes on Pulse? Main memes? Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, DWB has really made a name for itself. Teddy Bear has made a name for itself. I guess I should say like PP token and Pulse Doge. And 9inch itself, I guess, is somewhat of a meme coin. It's literally an eggplant. How much is the minimum to invest? Well, the cool thing about crypto, Andre, is that there is no minimum. Obviously, you could put in $10, you could put in $1,000, but I'd try to get at least a 5-figure bag in there. It depends where you live, right? You know, it depends what your salary is, what part of the world you live in. You know, it really that question is a very personal question. It really depends on who you are, how much money you make, and how much can you afford to set aside for the future. Investing, right? Investing, not trading. So I personally, if I was starting fresh, I'd try to get to a minimum 5-figure bag, like $10,000. If you make an average salary in the USA, you can put $10,000 in crypto over. Oh, you'd have to make a little bit better than average salary, so work a little harder. But you probably like 6 months, 6 to 8 months, you could accumulate a $10,000 stack. I mean, that's if you're not even like trying that hard. But lowering your cost of living, right? Cheaper rent, all that stuff. All right, guys. EPLS, what's the contract? There is no EPLS because Pulse is native to Pulse. Just like there's no, I mean, there is no EPLS. There's a Pulse chain on the Pulse network. Oh, you mean when Pulse was bridged out? Oh, that I can probably find. EPLS. You'd have to go to app.uniswap.org. Select WPLS. It looks like this one right here. 0xA88. Here, look. All right, let me see from the bridge. So the one you're going to want is 0xA88260. That's Pulse that's been bridged over to the Ethereum network. Wrapped Pulse on the Ethereum network is 0xA88 whatever. You can just look up WPLS right here. Make sure you pick the one that begins with A88, the top one. There's 2 of them. Pick the one on the top, not the one on the bottom. Do you know if Pulse on MEXC when you withdraw will be EPLS or PPLS? No, it's going to go to your PulseChain address. I'm almost positive. Like they had to integrate the network. Here's the thing about the centralized exchange listings. Like you need to integrate the network first before you can start asking them to list like INC token or HEX or your meme coin, because they need to give everybody a PRC20 wallet. So as far as I understand, and I haven't used MEXC, but I think they will actually withdraw the Pulse out to your PRC20 wallet. So they're going to give you Pulse on the Pulse chain. Now, granted, your Ethereum address is the same as your Pulse chain address, so it's going to be the same address, but it's going to come out on the Pulse chain side. I believe. Don't quote me on that because I haven't used it yet, but I think. Bottoms in coffee? I've said that too many times. I'm not going to say it again. Thank you for all you do, Coffee. It's appreciated. Thank you, Auntie D. Thank you for being here. Bones. Congrats on the CEX listing. Thank you, Chang. Appreciate you, man. Hey, guys. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate everybody. Hang in there. We're at an hour, 15 minutes. I got to get going, but things are getting better all the time. Buy and hold. Survive till 25. Massive, massive gains are possible. Life-changing gains are possible. Don't let anybody tell you